Man, I think I finally figured out what the issue is. I think I finally done figured this thing out. You know, most people have a trust issue. That's what this is all about. They don't trust. They have been bombarded with all kind of deception and trickery and deceit and lies. They don't know what's real. And here's the even sadder part. Most folk don't even know how to recognize a real person. This is the problem. Most people struggle with recognizing what a real person is, who a real person is. Why is that true, conductor? Because they ain't real themselves. It's just that simple. What's going on, gamer? They ain't real themselves. Because in order for them to be successful, they got to pretend to be somebody that they ain't. What's going on, Edward? And this is the problem. Yes, everything good, man. This the problem. It's a trust issue. Cause I got to think about this. Cause everybody be asking like, well, what is the money gonna go to? When you ask a question like that, that's trust. You got a trust issue. That is the sign of a trust issue. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. And got everything to do with you. You don't even know me. What have I done to make you distrust me? Nothing. So why do you? Because you don't trust yourself. That's the problem. See, if people would really be honest, most folk don't trust themselves. That's why it's so difficult for them to let that barrier down to trust somebody else. And this is why we don't talk to each other. This is why we won't help each other. This is why we won't encourage and uplift each other. Because we got a trust issue. And nobody's talking about it. That's the sad part. Ain't nobody talking about it. Everybody know it's the problem. Maybe they don't. But ain't nobody talking about it. You notice how many people you see on the front line every day out here trying to unite us? I see every day on the front line, I see them trying to divide us, keep us fighting each other. They're on the front line every day. But yet you don't see nobody on the front line trying to bring us together. And then when somebody do get on the front line to try to bring us together, you want to know what they up to. What's their motive? But I can lie to you, I can deceive you, I can cheat you, and get elected to Congress. See, I can do all of that and get elected to Congress. And notice, see, here's the kicker that I finally had to realize. See, most folk don't count my music as a service. They don't count that as a service. I'm supposed to do that for free. So consequently, because they don't count it as a service, and I got a bucket out, I'm begging. That's their mindset, man. That's their mindset. Because they don't consider the fact that I done went through them. If a song is on my list, I don't listen. I don't care where it's from. I don't listen to it. I might not understand it. I can understand the beat. That's how foreign music get onto my playlist. If I can relate to the beat, come on, you in. And I can tell when it's offensive. You can feel the vibe. But if I can relate to the beat, it's on. And which means I got to sit down and listen to it. And then I'm going to turn around and share it to you. And you think I'm begging. Go figure, man. It's a trust issue. That's all it is. People right now need somebody that they can trust. They need somebody they can trust. That ain't gonna lie to them. That ain't gonna cheat them. Ain't gonna deceive them. And that's what we're missing. We're missing some people that say what they mean and mean what they say. Come hell, high water, no water at all. They'll stand behind what they say. And you might not agree with it. You might not like it. But they still stand in what they say. That's the person you want to do business with. But see, y'all want somebody to tickle your ears, to tell you a bunch of bullshit, make you a bunch of promises. You eat that up. And knowing all the time they lying. But you'll get them chance on top of chance, on top of chance, on top of chance. But yet, somebody that's trying to be on the front line, that is involved, you won't get them a chance. Why? Think about it. Why? You don't know what but they told you. Now, listen, y'all don't ask them rich people what they're gonna do with the money y'all get them, do you? I don't see you questioning them. So why I got to be? I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out the hole. And you want to know what I'm gonna do? Well, maybe I'm gonna launch my dinner wear line. Oh, let me show y'all something. I never showed y'all this. I often talk about it, but I didn't show you. I've never shown you. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all something. I told you that any kind of Black History need that you had in D.C., I provide a service for it. All right, I provide a service for it. Say, this is my night tour right here. This is the second tour that I created. This is the first tour I created, the DC Underground Railroad tour. This was the very first tour that I created. And when I first created this tour, it was like 6, 7 hours long. And that was a long time to be trying to entertain people, you know, and then turn around and do a night tour. So this was the first tour I created. Then I created DC Black History Night Tour. And from the DC Black History Night Tour, I went to this is my um, DC Black Museum hop on hop off shuttle. Every black museum and monument this will go to. You can get a 1 day pass or a 2 day pass, and ain't got to worry about parking, getting tickets, because every 30 minutes a shuttle is gonna come by and take you to the next location, and it'll always start on the metro line and it'll end on the metro line, so you can get around. See, I'm just waiting for the thing. Then I created the DC Chocolate City Day Tour. All of these tours came out of my head. Okay, this is my website right here, and you see my prices. You see my prices. Look at some of them. Look at some of those other companies. Man, they're $100. Not only am I the cheapest, I'm the best. And I sit down at the White House every day and look at all them folk that be coming in there, black folk with them tours. Wow. Man, I tell you, I got to give y'all credit, boy. I got to give y'all credit. Um, uh, I don't even know, man. If they did, I rarely listen to my voicemails. I rarely listen to my voicemails, man. It ain't even that important. And then if I can see if it's some foolishness, I don't listen to that shit. I delete that shit. I delete that shit. I know I delete it. I don't pay attention to it. Why? What's it gonna prove? What's it gonna prove? What is it gonna prove? Me playing along, what is it gonna prove? What's it gonna prove? No, what is it gonna prove? What's it gonna prove? So you call up and leave a bunch of offensive stuff in a voicemail. What is that gonna prove? What is that gonna prove? You see what I'm saying? What is it gonna prove? What's it gonna prove? Well, oh well, oh well, oh well. What can I say? What can I say? Well, y'all, that's the issue is trust. Okay? Trust is the issue. And once we overcome that hurdle, then we can make some inroads. Okay? There you go. That's how she doing. That's how she doing right there. Now see, the next profile that pops up in here will be their burner profile. See, they go right back, get another profile. Watch, the very next profile that pops up on this screen is going to be the person that just kicked out. Watch, watch. Because that's one thing I can say about my trolls, man. They don't like you to disrespect them. You disrespect them, they gonna come back even stronger with a vengeance. Okay, that's how my trolls work, and they'll be back up in here shortly. Guarantee you, they'll be back up in here. So, um, but we need to work on our trust issue, man. We got to start trusting each other more. We got to start believing in each other more. We have to start uplifting each other more. You know, it ain't a them thing. It's a us thing. We in this together. Cause ain't no place safe. And seeing at any time, us, some of our family, friends, loved ones, co-workers. I mean, in fact, um, what's today? Uh, Thursday. Uh, had to be Sunday that I got a text that one of my old coworkers at the bus division was killed in a hijacking, in a carjacking. A guy, evidently, Kurt, got his three dogs, got in the car, came in contact with this guy, and oh boy, wait a minute, I gotta look at this. I gotta look at this. I got to look at this. God diggity dog. I got to look at this. I sure do. I got to look at this. Let me see who this is. I got to look at this. Let me see who this is. Okay. So anyway, so anyway, he when he crossed paths with the guy that was trying to carjack him, he tried to get away, and the guy killed him and two of his dogs. The police eventually caught him, but before they did catch him, my coworker that I used to work with, man, him and two of his dogs got killed in a carjacking. And the police said they ain't never seen nothing so callous in their life. Said for such a disregard for life that they had. And this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. This is a trust issue. We don't know who to trust. We're afraid to trust. And when you're afraid to trust, you're afraid to give people a chance. You're afraid to uplift them. You're afraid to encourage them because you don't trust. And see, and it has nothing to do with them and everything to do with you. See, and this is the thing. See, when you concern, if you see a positive message that you agree with, and you concerned about what that person is going to do with the money, keep your money. Keep your money. Don't give him because you ain't gonna get no return on your satisfaction. You ain't getting back no satisfaction because you gave it from your head with a motive behind it. You didn't give it from your heart. So when you give it from your heart, you ain't got no motive behind that, man. You ain't looking for nothing in return. When you give from your heart. And see, and that's what a lot of people are afraid to do, is to give from their heart. That's why the Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it comes the issues of life. See, and most folk, they put the wrong kind of guard around their heart. I had a woman today. Of course, you see, what time is it? It ain't 4 o'clock. I'm back in the hotel because it started raining today and it started storming. Right. So I was sitting down in front of the White House, and when the first little crack of lightning, because them people got struck, killed in the park last year. Normally they just close the park down. So I told people, I said, listen, man, y'all gonna get some pictures. They'll get them because soon they're gonna close the park. And I headed up to 8th Street. Well, when I get up to 8th Street, this woman came and she started talking, asking me some questions. And I entertained the questions. And I said, where you from? And she said, well, that's complicated. I said, well, I know you're African, but what country? And she said, Gambia. I said, really? She said, yeah. I said, I play y'all national every now and then. I play your national anthem in front of the White House. So I'm sitting there talking to the lady, and I had got maybe about $30. About $30 before I got it in the bucket. In bills and coins. About $30. So I'm sitting there talking to the lady, and I said, give her them $10. Them 2 5s again. Give her that $10 for lunch. And I know the voice of God when it comes to giving. So I give her the $10. And she said, oh, wow, you, you don't know my needs. I said, no, I don't. But I know God's voice, and he should give you $10. And she started telling me, I said, you know what? I said, hold your hands out, right? I reached in the bucket. The rest of the bills I had in there, I put them in her hand with the $10. And then I said, cup your hands. And I took all the change that was in the bucket and poured it into her hands. And she started with her story. I said, miss, I don't need to hear your story. I got my own story. I said, I live out of a hotel. A hotel caught me. And she said, well, I'm in a shelter. I said, well, okay, so you see. And I'm telling y'all this, see, a lot of y'all want something, but yet, in your state of want, your heart won't give. That's why it's difficult for you to get. Because in your state of want, in your state of need, only thing you can think about is yourself. And you got your heart closed off. Now, when it comes time for you to get, then you the first one in line. But when it comes down time for you to give and you need, most of y'all scared. Most of you scared. And that's what because you don't trust God is going to answer your prayer. I know I'm talking about somebody up in here today. I know I'm talking about somebody today. And this is the problem. See, we don't want to trust nobody. Because you ain't trying to trust nobody you can't see. That's why sin's so easy for you. Because you can't see God. You see, and sin got you going, man. I'm going to use this submarine as an example. See, the submarine is sin. See, sin will take you places you want to go. And you'll have trouble getting there. But you'll get there. And you'll think sin is the right way to do it. You see, but sin is going to keep on letting you get away until one day it's going to pull the rug. See, that's how sin will do you. Sin will let you get away until one day, time to pay up, buddy, and snatch the damn rug from under you, and you take a fall. You see, that's how sin gets you, because it gets you comfortable. See, it makes you think, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen. And see, and that's what that submarine guy kept going down there, because he done got away with it. And he thought he could keep getting away with it. That's how sin do you. It had you thinking you can keep getting away with it until it's time to pay up. And sometimes that payoff is your damn life. Let me say that shit again. Sometimes that damn payoff, when it come to collect, is your goddamn life. That's how sin will do you. Now, I know I'm talking about somebody up in here. Somebody needed to hear that. Because you've been getting away with some shit, and you think it's okay, and you safe, and you ain't safe. But you got a dead reckoning coming. You're going to have to pay up. Shit, sin ain't going to let you have all that goddamn enjoyment, and you think you're going to get something for nothing? Yeah, yeah. Okay? That's how sin do you, man. Sin will let you get away. Sin will have you feeling like you're on top of the world. That's what sin will do for you. Man, it make you think you're on top of the world. Everybody wants you. You trying to fuck everything ain't tied down. And even if it's tied down, you trying to get it. Because you can get away with it until it's pay up time. And you're going to have to pay up. That's why I don't worry about all this LGBT, that bullshit. I don't worry, because one day your ass going to have to pay up. Not me. You going to have to pay up. I'm going to be sitting on the sideline watching your dumb ass. Saying, I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen. And it's too late. See, and that's going to be the problem for some of y'all. Some of y'all, God been trying to tell you, and you won't listen until it's too late. See, when the shit is hitting the fan, ain't no sense in you calling him then. When he been trying to get your attention, and you didn't pay him no mind. Told you, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Man, at this hotel where I'm at, I think I know who drives the car, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's got DC tags on it. And um, the last time, this is 2023. The last time valid tags on it was 2020. For 3 years, they've been driving around with dead tags, which means they ain't got no insurance. And they've been getting away with it. And one day, when they least expect it, they take it for granted. That they get away. And see, and that's what sin gonna make you just take shit for granted. Because you done got away with it. And you expect to keep on getting away with it until it's pay up time. Then you're going to start crying the blues, and it's too late to say, I'm sorry. And for some of y'all, you ain't gonna even have a chance to repent. It's gonna come on you so fast. You ain't even have a chance to utter them words. And y'all still playing, you still playing them games. You still playing them games, man. Still playing them games. Y'all don't believe fat meat is greasy. That's the problem with some of y'all. Some of y'all don't believe fat meat is greasy. You don't believe it. You don't think it could happen to you. And that's when it can, when you take the shit for granted. When you take it for granted. And every day, man, people walk out their house and take it for granted. They're coming back. They don't ever, rarely, I bet you, do Christians ask for guidance and protection every time they walk out their door. Most of them take it for granted. They take it for granted until something happens. Then you want to question God. Then you want to blame God. See, when something happens. And this is the problem. And see, and again, it goes back to a trust issue. Okay? I mean, I think this was a good live right here. I think this was a good live. I think this live right here is going to help some people. Man, open up your heart. Open your heart up. Stop closing off your heart. Get out of your head. See, that's what's messing with a lot of Christians, man. Too many Christians in their head. And then in their hearts. See, because when you're in your heart, see, you can feel deception when you're in your heart. You can feel danger when you're in your heart. See, your head will tell you a lie, but you can feel it in your heart. Because you're always going to say, man, something told me. That's your heart. That's your heart. And because so many people got so much going on, so much deception, so much fraud, so much demonization, their hearts are cluttered. They don't know what voice to listen to because your heart is cluttered. Declutter your heart. See, see, man, bad stuff gonna happen, but it ain't gonna destroy you when you got a good heart. Let me say that again. When you got a good heart, bad stuff gonna happen to you, but you ain't gonna be destroyed. Okay? You will not be destroyed, but you're gonna suffer some hardship. You're gonna suffer some pain, some agony. You're gonna suffer that when you're out here trying to walk the road of righteousness. And see, and that righteous road ain't perfect. That righteous road ain't harmful. See, that's the thing about righteousness. When you're a righteous person, you ain't gonna hurt nobody. You ain't gonna cheat nobody. You ain't gonna lie to nobody. When you righteous, don't care what the circumstance is. When you righteous, you ain't gonna hurt nobody, man. And it's the righteous that shall inherit the earth. The Bible say the wealth of the sinners is laid up for the just. Well, the just person is righteous. That's the righteous person who's just in what he does. He say what he mean and mean what he say. He ain't gonna tell you one thing and mean something else. That's not a just person. And the Bible say the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. What's the date? Um, July the 6th. Damn. You know, thank you, man. Y'all know, Emerald City by Brian Simpson is my theme song. That's my theme song. And he's up at Blues Alley tonight. Tonight, tomorrow night. Wish I had the money, man. I go up and I say, Brian, man, Emerald City is my theme song. He's up in Georgetown tonight. He said tonight and tomorrow night. I wish I did have the money to go up in that joint, man. I sure would go up in there. I ain't lying, I'd go up in there. But hey, it ain't meant to be, so I ain't gonna worry about it. But anyway, man, this is the time. Cause there's some new energy in the earth. There's some new energy in the earth, buddy. There's that what's that saying? As above, so below, up in the heavens. Man, they've gotten alignments of stars, thousands of years in the making. This month, all right? Which means it's some new energy. And we just had a full moon, a blood moon, what kind of moon, I don't forget, a blood moon or something, when it's real big. It's some new energy in the earth realm, buddy. And see, all of this backbiting, all of this division, this demonization, this deception, that's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get. Because that's what you putting out. And this is what people don't understand. And see now, karma is coming back a lot faster than it used to. You see, it used to be karma was real slow coming back. But now it's coming back a lot faster. And man, all I got to tell you is just beware. 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 Be careful what you're putting out. Cause I told y'all, man, my daughter is really pissed. Cause Sunday night, I have a book that's in storage with my passwords. And I was going to get the book Sunday night and put my password in my watch. So if I lost it, I know where it was. Well, before I could put the password in, I lost the watch. Okay? I lost and my daughter just gave it to me for Father's Day. And I lost it. And she's highly upset. And I can't blame her. She's upset. Okay? But I had to bless that. Lord, whoever finds that white man, bless him. I hope they get enjoyment out of it. I can't grieve over that. I can't grieve over because it was my mistake. And I'll tell you why it was my mistake. See, that was my second time. The first time I lost it, it fell off in the car. And I just took for granted. The watch fell off in the car and didn't go back to see if I dropped it. I just took it for granted that it fell off in my car and I had dropped it. I won't make that mistake again. I certainly won't make that mistake again. Okay? But that's no, it was you know, they got this Apple Watch where you got like a little thing that you punch in a hole. You know, you put the wrist in and you punch this thing in a hole to keep it in place. And evidently, it was too loose, and it came off, and I didn't feel it because I'm not used to really wearing a watch anyway. I don't wear a watch, so now for me to put one on, so I have to be conscious of it, and I just wasn't conscious of it. I just wasn't conscious of it, man. But I'm gonna get the money and give it back to my daughter for the watch. I'll take that loss. That's my goal, is to get that money back and give it back to my daughter so she won't feel bad about it. Okay? That's my goal. That's my goal. So anyway, um, we gotta do a better job of trusting, y'all. This is the problem. This is the problem we have. We don't trust. We're afraid to trust. We've been violated with our trust. And consequently, we ain't giving nobody a chance. That's what this is all about. Don't nobody get a chance now. Because people don't know who to trust. They just don't know who to trust. And so, rather than make a mistake, they ain't gonna trust nobody. That's what it boils down to. Until the media tell them you can trust him. So when the media come and tell you you can trust him, they'll trust you. They're gonna make that decision by themselves. And this is the problem. People don't want to make this decision. They don't want to trust. All right? All right, YouTube? I'm out, man. See you later.